Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's me again, Russell Mills. It is April 25th, 2023. Month is flying by fast. I want to say hello. I hope everybody's blessed today. I just heard this news about what's his face, Don Lemon and Carlson Tucker. Excuse me. They both are no longer working for their companies anymore. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna play some, but I just want to see some first. I'm gonna play.
I get up in the morning and I just ask the good Lord to give me grace.
That's right.
That's where hope comes from for me.
I got something for you guys.
All you see is crooks. About to go in.
This is hip hop right here.
Technique. Good looking on the beat. Forever P. You're American. Look. Killer bees back in the building with machine them. We creaming them. My pockets of dirty money and chain again. Ain't got to tell you I'm dope. Just stick the needle in. Reduce a small boy big enough to fit this eagle in. Just the seasoning. Why ask why? I have my reasons and my words don't need no seasoning. Method D in this evening. Now ask yourself, is that really air that you're breathing in? I think outside the box that I find a box I can keep them in. Or just leave it in. Like a bouncer one with your people in. People said they want that old man. Well, it's the prequel then. I get medieval. Some people won't make the prequel then. Leave them in the fetal position. F it, I'm leaving it. I use the system, you cowards use euphemisms. Women call me super daddy, my powers is supervision. Who gave you permission to speak? To learn you listen, learn to listen to a different MC. You learn the difference in addition if you're missing MC. Sign this petition, get a fraction of that action subtracted by my division. I'm a boss, so that means I make decisions / killing. I will kill an MC to make a living. Yeah, call me super daddy, my powers is supervision. Who? Supervision, supervision. Who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half in 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
There's a new housing plan for the ghetto eventually. A project for a new American century. Force black terrorism controlling you mentally. The gospel in the hands of people with no empathy. A mixture of dangerous social chemistry between law enforcement and a military entity. Cameras on the corner of every corner you facing. Testing out a future Gestapo on immigration. Power, consolidation, information restricted. Just like the iron law of oligarchy predicted. Incarcerating the poor among the drug addicted. But not the families of the ruling class that's afflicted. Cause it's a fucking caste system like corrupted Hinduism. I think you should listen. I've been through the system in prison. I've been through religion. Carried the cross as a Christian. Like it was anti-disestablishmentarianism. Until the seeds of despotism arrested my vision. Lyricism with cynicism and syllogisms. Until they fed through Albizu Campos and kill me in prison. Chemtrail conditions. Stem cells of Leo Strauss's philosophy. The birth of neocon policy. But I laugh at America's fear of a new world order controlling the hemisphere. Cause my people been living that for the past 500 years.
Intelligence, understand. Supervision who? Supervision, supervision who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half in 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Trust, who do we trust? The faction. Who do we trust? Who do we trust?
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up, cigar guts, all up in the club.
I wish hip hop sounded like that. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. But yeah, we'll play you guys. You know what? You guys can hear it. If you can't see it, you're gonna hear it. So.
News says it is, quote, agreed to part ways, close quote, with host Tucker Carlson.
Network has confirmed his last program was last Friday. Fox News says Carlson's show will be helmed by a rotating series of hosts until a new one is named. The announcement comes just days after the network settled with Dominion Voting Systems in a defamation lawsuit for more than $787 million. CNN also announced today it has parted ways with anchor Don Lemon. Lemon, today we've heard from him, at least on Twitter, tweeted he was informed his contract was terminated after 17 years with the network and that he is stunned at these facts.
CBS News political correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns, who is unstunnable, is ready to talk about all this. Caitlin, what could this Tucker news mean for the field of 2024 candidates who would have loved to go on and have a friendly conversation with him? Is he running for president? What do you know?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I think that's what everybody started to think. What's interesting here is that we've seen over the past couple of months, Tucker Carlson had been reaching out to campaigns, asking them to fill out surveys on, top policy issues. Ukraine, for example, was one of them. So there is this question about kind of this void, perhaps. We know that Fox News has been a place where a lot of these Republican candidates running in 2024 or thinking about running in 2024 have gone for, FaceTime with the Republican Party base. So kind of who replaces him, what that all means, what this broader lawsuit that we've all been following over the past week means as well is remains to be seen. But there is no question that Fox has been a friendly place for these candidates. But we've also seen some of these candidates, try to make inroads with voters that they've been, trying to gain back for Republicans. So that's something to watch as well.
I keep refreshing my page to see if Carlson has said anything, not on Twitter at least, but certainly we've heard from Don Lemon or have read from Don Lemon regarding this controversy. He said that he was stunned. We have to remember, of course, that just in February, a couple months ago, he was put on leave and made to go through a training after making misogynistic comments specifically about Nikki Haley, saying that she was, quote, not in her prime, which prompted, of course, reactions from his co-anchors and from, many of us women watching. Tell us, do you think that this is an opportunity for Nikki Haley, who's out there campaigning, to use this to, garner some support?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she reacts. What she did do at the time was fundraise and sell merchandise, really trying to use this to her advantage. You could consider those comments at the time as kind of an in-kind donation to her campaign, because she really, ran with those comments and garnered a lot of, bipartisan support for the sentiment, right? Or I should say disagreement with what he was saying. So we've already seen that. What's interesting about Haley is that she has been, finding ways to differentiate herself from the others in the field. Obviously, she is the only woman running, but tomorrow we're actually looking at her because she is going to be giving a speech on abortion. This has been a huge issue, obviously, in American politics, something that we've seen even recently really motivate voters, and it's become a particularly thorny issue for Republicans trying to navigate federal versus local role and what to do in this post-Dobbs world where we've seen this issue be a top motivator for Democrats very successfully. So she's actually going to be taking this issue head on tomorrow, which kind of shows, compared to some of the others running, that, she is trying to engage on this issue given her position in this field.
All right, shifting gears over to the Democrats and President Biden. He is reportedly preparing to launch his re-election bid. Could happen as soon as tomorrow. Wei Zhejiang was saying it might be a video launch for a guy who was criticized for campaigning in his basement during the pandemic for understandable reasons, given the public health risk. Is a video really the best route? How's he gearing up? Is there going to be a live event after that? What are you hearing?
Yeah, and if it is indeed tomorrow, it would be 4 years since he launched his first campaign. The big question has not been whether, but when he is going to do it. He has insisted that he is planning on running. We are likely to get more details, but what's interesting is looking at kind of the headwinds facing him. Yes, he is at an advantage right now with Republicans, with Donald Trump seemingly leading the pack of Republicans. He has already proven that he can beat Donald Trump if he is in fact the nominee. But but he also faces some big challenges. There was this new NBC poll out this week that showed 70% of Americans voters don't want him to run again, and 51% of them were Democrats. And we've seen that in polls before, that there is this sentiment among Democrats that they want someone new, they want a fresh face. He is the oldest president. He would be 86 by the time he left office if reelected again. So that is starting to become a factor. But Democrats also feel like they need to unite around him because, first of all, there aren't a ton of alternatives at this point, and also they want to show the contrast with Republicans as they're duking it out.
Caitlin Huey Burns, thank you.
So that's one clip that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you another one. Just see something.
Can places change us?
What if every moment
I'm
was
just
a milestone?
Here's to
Yes.
those who will never stop wondering.
Commercial.
All right, guys. Obviously, giant news. Tucker Carlson fired. Don Lemon fired. I'd say at MSNBC themselves, but actually, the head of NBC News was fired just a couple of days ago. So apparently, it comes in threes. And Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, very, very different situations. It looks like Tucker Carlson was trying to get fired. Don Lemon was definitely trying not to get fired. They both got fired anyway. And there's a giant difference between them. I'm going to explain that in 1 second. But remember, guys, we do a live show every day at 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 to 8 for the Young Turks. And Anna and I will have a lot more details on how they got fired, why they got fired during the live show. Make sure you're checking that out right here, either on youtube.com/the Young Turks or on our website at tyt.com/live. Okay, so Don Lemon is getting scapegoated. That doesn't mean that Don Lemon's a great guy or a wonderful news anchor. It doesn't speak to any of his views, et cetera, et cetera. And I've had some issues with Don Lemon before, but he's really a symptom. He's not a driver of anything. And what's happening to him is basically, if you watch Succession, they're burying him on purpose. They leak the crap out of stuff to make him look bad. They need a scapegoat. Why do they need a scapegoat? Because their centrist BS turn, where they just do vanilla programming from the 1990s, isn't working at all. Their ratings are tanking everywhere. But this is when executives need to be able to point to someone and go, it's definitely not us. It's one of the anchors. It's unacceptable. It's definitely Don Lemon's fault. And they make it seem like it's all Don Lemon. Absurd. That doesn't mean that Don Lemon was some amazing anchor. Don Lemon was hired for general vanilla stuff in the first place. But that's all on management, not on Lemon. Now, on Tucker, it's the complete opposite. He's patient zero at Fox News. He's the one that does the most lies, the most conspiracy theories, etc. And the one behind the scenes cost Fox News a ton of money in that Dominion lawsuit by saying, well, this is obvious BS, where the people we're showing on air are nuts and insane. But he does it anyway. And then he goes and doubles down with Donald Trump and does an interview where they spread more election lies, especially as the Smartmatic case is coming up. Don't forget, Dominion was not the end. Smartmatic is now going to sue them for $2.7 billion, more than Dominion even sued them. Some are speculating that Tucker Carlson getting fired was part of the Dominion settlement. That would be kind of amazing. I would be very surprised by that. But Tucker's been going more and more populist to try to goad Fox News into firing him. Why? Well, my speculation has been throughout, and Young Turks viewers know this from now years ago, is that I think Tucker Carlson was pushing Fox News to get fired so he could run as a populist candidate for president. Danger Dave, thank you for the super chat. I'll answer your question in a second.
So, and I shout out members on the live ones too, and I shout out super chat questions. So real quick, 2024 is not over, guys. There's a lot of people that can still get in the race. This comes quickly enough for Tucker Carlson that he might even make a run here. And the whole idea behind this is Fox News wouldn't let me say the truth. Oh, that's catnip. That's populist catnip for the right wing. So him being the leading conspiracy theorist, the leading guy who's driving the crazies, the patient zero at Fox News, that puts him in perfect political position, unfortunately. Okay? So Danger Dave asked in Super Chat, is Sean Hannity next? Okay, one, no. Sean Hannity's a team player. He will do whatever corporate douchebaggery that Fox News wants. He's not like Tucker Carlson pushing populism. And if Murdoch says go support DeSantis, Hannity will be a team player and support DeSantis no matter how much he loved and supported Donald Trump before, whereas Tucker Carlson was uncontrollable. And that is one of the main reasons that I think he was let go now, okay? And so if Hannity gets fired next, then I'm wrong. It's all part of the Dominion and Smartmatic lawsuits, and they're getting rid of all the people who lied on air. So that'll be, you know how I give you guys predictions ahead of time to see if we're right or wrong? So you can see there that if Hannity gets fired, my theory about Tucker wasn't correct. They are actually trying to modulate and make sure they don't cost themselves more money because of the lawsuits. My theory is it is not that. It is that Tucker was pushing them by saying too many things that got them in too much legal trouble and cost them too much money. And Tucker was doing it on purpose so it can seem like the martyr. And by the way, and NKS, I think it was 3472 with the super chat. You're right. It's Bloody Monday in media and cable news. I called it hashtag Bloody Media Monday on Twitter. But I think Tucker is happy with this news. I think he wants to run as the martyr, and that's the main point. All right, we've got a lot more for you guys on the live show, including Tucker clips that give you a sense of what's happening here and what he's done in the past. So this is really important. Make sure you check it out tonight live. And Tracy777, thank you so much for being a member. And why don't people say that he was fired? Because they're worried that, well, the statement didn't clearly say he was fired. But as you'll see on the live show tonight, there's no question he was fired. He didn't know that it was coming at this particular time. We'll show you some evidence of that. So tyt.com/live. By the way, it starts with damage report and goes all the way through. So start at 1 p.m. Eastern, and you'll be able to watch this live throughout on tyt.com/live. And obviously, Young Turks starts at 6 o'clock Eastern. You can check that out right here on youtube.com/The Young Turks as well. All right, guys. I'll see you guys there tonight.
So I'm not going to talk too much about this because I don't really know too much about the whole situation. But I just say it like this, if you have a job, you know what I'm saying, and, they don't want you no more, they just get rid of you. It's just that simple. If you're not useful to them anymore, then you don't have to, then you won't be there. I've been fired from jobs, you know what I'm saying, for saying and doing dumb shit. So, I'm not going to, sit back and, but like some of these guys, they get shocked if they get fired. It's a job. Yeah, it could be your career, at the end of the day, that's fine. But but still doesn't matter. It's still a job. And, no matter what you do, you're not above and beyond the job. So if, let's say, Carlson was doing dumb shit, Don Lemon was doing dumb shit, let's just say, hypothetically, was saying dumb shit behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Or, just being whatever, rude, ignorant to men or women, then yeah, you're gonna feel the pain. That's just how it is. But, I don't care either way, but I heard about it and I just said, you know what? Let me make a video about it. At least let me play some clips about it. I'm sure everybody's already heard about it already because it came like yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so came about. So
Metamorphosis to bigger nigga. Landing in the his hand, headless horseman to the rhythm. Been successful for so long, I can no longer feel it. Taking fingerprinting, mob initiating members. I'm far beyond the dawn, my title ain't even listed. Federales listen, only hear me chewing, sipping. Dancing with a doll, prom night with Cinderella. Then we dipping the Ferrari, flying Tom Selleck. Vocals on Tony Bennett, I'm only in it to later see people I taught tell me, yo, we did it. I led a revolution in the world of tech and music. Free the homie, did his time and paid the restitution. Time go quick, better have all your goals set. You getting yours or just hanging on like an old dick? I can talk about money, we ain't the same, son. It's just different when you came from where I came from.
Yeah, it's me again. This thing of ours you will probably never see again. But for the growth, it's the oath we're believing in. Locks, Kostra, Nostra, yeah, it's three of them. Lucci and him. I'm the nigga they can't stand, no. More work, more ammo. Gambino in the Lambo. Call me for a situation you can't handle. More caskets, more murals, more candles. True poet, Audemars, you blow it. Ever I know, I'd rather die for you know it. High profile, this shit sells. Call Mary Richmond and tell him pick 12. We never sing, we on the better things. Pride is nothing, integrity is everything. Yeah, if you broke, how you giving advice? Me and my niggas, we just living the life. Yeah.
Call me Super Daddy, my powers is supervision. Who? Supervision, supervision. Who?
You cast the rap to get your back snapped in half or seven.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure, nigga.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
Whistleblower, venom, freighter, label the threaded traitor. Executive legislator trying to suppress your behavior. Intelligence interrogator, collected meditator. Condemning the messenger and censoring the educator. CIA feeding propaganda to the television. In the next edition, opponents preaching in repetition. Loyal to the monarchy, hereditary or elected. The royal family and the president selected.
Secret society, the secret supervision, supervision.
Cast your rap to get your back snapped in half or seven.
Impose the restraints against your will. Throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure,
Throw your
nigga.
squad up. Call me Super Daddy, my powers is supervision. Who? Supervision, supervision. Who?
Cast your rap to get your back snapped in half or seven.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure, nigga.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
So I just wanted to say, support real hip hop like this. Support my channel. Feel free to check out my channel. Type in my name, Russell Mills, May 22nd, 2017. Check out my channel. Support it if you want. That's it. And I hope everybody has a good day. All right. Take care. Bye.